Hi, this is Danny Marrow in Tucson, Arizona. And for those of you that would like to add me to your Skype list, this is what you would need to do. You would type in William D. Marrow, M-A-R-R-O-W, Jr., Tucson, Arizona. Email address is Danny, D-A-N-N-Y, period, Marrow, M-A-R-R-O-W, at gmail.com. And my Skype ID is Danny, D-A-N-N-Y, period, Marrow, M-A-R-R-O-W. My telephone number is 520-390-1393. I want to speak on the subject. Iraq has fallen to Iran. That will be the future news worldwide. The government in Iraq at this time is dominated by the Shiites. The Sunnis are from Saudi Arabia, and the Shiites are from Iran. There is no way that the Shiites that are in control of the government of Iraq will not lean towards Iran. Iran is jubilant that the inept President of the United States, Barack Obama, has made the decision to call all of our troops home. It reminds me a lot of when we left Vietnam. Suddenly, one day we're fighting in Vietnam, and the next day we got an ambassador and his dog being lifted off of the roof of the U.S. Embassy. I'm happy the ambassador saved the dog, but the hundreds and thousands of screaming Vietnamese that were pro the United States of America were left on the rooftops, and some falling from the helicopter as the helicopter was taking off. That's a great reward for our military who died in Vietnam. Kick the people in the teeth that supported us and leave them behind to be in prison for 7 years in a Viet Cong rebriefing center. I'm talking about the Vietnamese. And now we have the same similar situation. We cut and run with our tail between our legs, and we gave Iraq to Iran. Now, I'm an ex-military U.S. Air Force veteran, and I've been a victim of being kidnapped by Muslim terrorists. But I will tell you one thing. Once Iran takes over the government of Iraq, which I believe they will be easily able to do, I would oppose, absolutely 100% oppose sending U.S. troops back into Iraq. And the same thing is true in Afghanistan. We're talking about leaving Afghanistan as well. This inept president wants to do that. And once we leave Afghanistan and that country, the Taliban, takes over again, I would 100% oppose sending U.S. military back into Afghanistan. This has gotten to a point of absolute ignorance, if not in fact stupidity, on the face of the situation to send troops once Iraq falls to Iran, and once the Taliban take over again in Afghanistan, to send troops, American troops, back in both of those countries again would be beyond absurd. Another thing, Barack Obama, the inept president, has sent 100 soldiers, special forces, to another country in Africa. That's another dumb decision. Who made him the arbitrary commander to send our troops without the permission of Congress? Now we have the war in Iraq, the war in Afghanistan, the war in Somalia, the war in another African country, and the war in Mexico. That's 5 wars that we're involved in. And primarily the ineptitude of Barack Obama and his head of Homeland Security, both of them together, their brains would not be any larger than that of a monkey. And they have indebted this country, Barack Obama, to $14 trillion that we, for the next 100 years, could not pay off, and our grandchildren and our children could not pay off. And it just appears that Mr. Obama, the inept president, wants to cause this country to totally collapse, economically, socially, and in every area. Thank you for your attention.